12 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Tuesday morning here in Kingston, Jamaica. Good morning to you wherever you are. Glad to have you back with us. Well, this conversation is going to be all about power moves, bold partnerships, because that's the ReAlign way. Chairman and CEO of Entrepreneurial Partners Limited, Garfield Daley, he is building bridges across continents, sparking growth across generations. And he wants you to be a part of it. He's in studio to talk vision, legacy, and why this year's ReAlign Business and Investment Conference is the business event you need right now. Sir, how are you this morning? Welcome.
All right, thank you. I'm doing well and looking forward to ReAlign in 2025.
I can't believe that you're back here already, because it was just like yesterday. And it just goes again to show how time flies so fast.
Absolutely.
And so we have to make the right connections and be in alignment with our legacy and our future. So, but for those who may be watching for the very first time, talk to us about ReAlign and what it's all about.
All right, ReAlign Business and Investment Conference is a premier event. It is a platform that brings together our entrepreneurial class and also potential investors. We kind of bring them together to see how we can network and match investors with entrepreneurs to allow for scaling, to allow for the sharing of knowledge so that our entrepreneurial class can expand the potential that we have. You know, Jamaica, we have that entrepreneurial bug over the many years.
Yes.
Going back, you know, the
people want to work for themselves.
So that,
and you have the corporate ones, but you know, even the woman them in the market, people sell a town, people have shop at them yard.
We have an entrepreneurial
spirit.
We have an entrepreneurial spirit. It's actually emblazed in our DNA as a people here in Jamaica.
Agree.
And so what ReAlign is doing is trying to bring that out. We're trying to put it out there. And for that to happen, there has to be collaboration, there has to be that knowledge sharing.
Yes.
And so what we have done over the years is to bring to the public individuals that we are fully aware of. If you recall, in 2023, we brought to our conference Dr. Trisha Bailey, a Jamaican,
billionaire,
humble beginnings, no, a billionaire. She's saying to us, it can be done.
Absolutely.
We have last year brought to us Michael Lee Chin, the Honourable Michael Lee Chin. He was born here, a man of the soil. He had gone through what he had to go through, and he is now the leader of a large institution, but he started from scratch. He started from scratch, the NCB Financial Group. These are Jamaicans, and we are saying to Jamaicans, it doesn't matter how small you start, the opportunities are there. We have it inside of us. It's a part of our DNA, and ReAlign is seeking to allow for that to come out. These presenters are here to show you, kind of give us a little background and you know, a little view into what it is that they had to do and to show that you can do it. And so we have brought these people together to motivate and to encourage and to inspire and to let us know that it can be done.
All right. Let me ask you this question, and I want you to take it in the spirit that I'm asking. You could have put on this conference, and you and your team said, all right, we can't stop now. Yes, we can't stop now. But something must have happened that said, we're going to go again. We're going to go again. Right. What were some of the interactions? What were some of the experiences? What was some of the feedback that said, we're going to go again?
Yes. So when you look at the broad cross-section of entrepreneurs that have been coming to the conference since it started, and when you hear the feedback, the general theme in terms of the feedback is, yes, we can. Because there was that initial inertia. People had thought that, oh boy, I've tried everything and it's not happening. When they started to hear the story, the history of a Dr. Trisha Bailey, of a Michael Lee Chin, of a David Mullings, when they started to see a local Jamaican lady running the Jamaica Stock Exchange, which was the #1 stock exchange in the world on multiple occasions, they've they put it together, and when you hear the stories, they say, but if these are the same things that we were encountering, these are the same things that we were experiencing, but with that grit and that push and then the motivation and the inspiration and it can happen. We find that the response has been in 2023 and going into 2024, boy, I felt like giving up, but now I am motivated to, then we are now motivated to continue, because every one of our presenters come with a different perspective.
Right.
Yes.
And the different perspectives
Relate.
relate to individuals in different areas and arenas. And so we know that everybody's story will impact somebody else.
Yes.
And so it is something that, although it takes a whole lot, we can't stop.
Yes.
Because
Can't stop now.
It can't stop now.
And another
it is
one.
impacting the entrepreneurs, and it is bringing out what is actually inside.
Talk to us about the speakers that you have lined up this year.
All right. So I mentioned some from the year before last year. So we had a Trisha Bailey in 2023, a Michael Leachin in 2024, and in 2025. And these were keynote. In 2025, our keynote is Ambassador Senator Audrey Marks. And this is Audrey Marks from PM Master fame.
Yes, yes,
And so
yes.
again, another Jamaican.
From U.S. Ambassador fame.
Ambassador fame, and another Jamaican, another business, started small but expanded itself. Everybody knows PM Master, so we don't even have to get into that. So Ambassador Marks is coming now to give her own perspective, and we will certainly hear a little history and how she did it, and you know that Jamaicans can. And so she's coming. Notice Trisha Bailey, Michael Leachin, now Audrey Marks.
I was about to say, when you have Trisha Bailey, Michael Leachin, you can't drop the catch.
That is right,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I say that to make the point that we deliberately go for what we would call it the best of the best, right? Everybody is good, you know. But when I say best of the best, I'm talking in terms of achievement that people can see. And the visuals are very important. So you're seeing that these are people who have progressed, who have gone through the different challenges and who have emerged, and their companies are still around, and they're there to show that, hey, the thing can be done.
Right.
So
What kind
we
of
will be having
connections?
Ambassador
Yes.
Marks, we'll be having Ambassador Marks this year. And of course, you would have recognized that we have a pitch in 2025 where we are inviting, and we have invited the Global Africa to be a part of the conference in 2025, and there's a reason for that. So we're going to be having, as one of our presenters, the ambassador, former Nigerian ambassador to Jamaica, Ambassador Janet Olisa. So she's going to be there along with Ambassador Marks. We're going to be having David Mullings from Blue Maho Capital. We're going to be having Anthony Hilton, a former Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. And the lineup is there. Jampro is going to be there in a powerful way through their Vice President, Christopher Denny. And it's going to be a powerful rollout again in 2025.
Which date and how much is it to get in?
All right, so the conference is the 25th of June, which is tomorrow.
I'm like, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
Yes.
So this is the penultimate day in terms of pushing out and prep and getting everybody, you know, to know and to make the final plans to be there.
Right.
And yes, so we are all in place for that. Everything is coming together where that is concerned.
Where it will be held?
And this year it's going to be at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel.
Very well.
Registration begins at 8:30 tomorrow, and we get into full swing at 9:15. Yes. The cost, it's $120 per person, but of course we have group rates and so forth, and that will allow for, you know,
so companies can send a whole team.
Send a whole team, and we're looking forward to that.
Absolutely amazing. Good stuff.
What I'm really hoping is that a person with a business who needs investment will make that connection, because you know it is
Can make a
better.
difference.
Yeah,
you might have a great business, you just need the support.
Yes,
absolutely.
or the market.
Yes,
and the direction and the guidance.
So what is going to be a new thing, And it's the day after, we should be having what we call a pitch session.
Love that.
And yes,
Love
the developments in the Middle East have impacted some travel arrangements, and so things might not necessarily go exactly as we had wanted it, because, you know, coming from Africa into Jamaica, most of the flight go through Qatar or you know, Dubai.
Yes.
So there might be a little bit of upset there because of what is happening that side. But the pitch room, what it does, it brings together the potential entrepreneurs, the potential investors, along with the entrepreneurs with their projects, and bring them together along with the investors who are looking for particular investment grade projects and opportunities. And the global Africa investors, most folks don't know the tremendous resources that are there in Africa.
True.
We tend to look to North America or Europe, but we are finding
untapped sources.
Untapped sources.
Yes.
So the biggest oil refinery in the world is now in Africa, in Nigeria, and it was a Nigerian businessman that brought that together. And so we find that resources are there that most folks are unaware of. We are bringing those resources, and it's not just a conference tomorrow or the day after that in terms of the pitch session that we are proposing to have. But we need to be looking out now, because ReAlign going forward, we're going to be having these pitch sessions. It is going to become a part of what we do. ReAlign is going to establish a platform that makes it the hub of deal making in the Caribbean, to include our diaspora, global African investors, and others. We're coming together, and we're going to make it happen. So very shortly, you're going to hear ReAlign, the deal-making hub.
That's nice.
And that is what is
That's
coming.
a big deal.
And it's going to be a Jamaican platform that expands itself across the Caribbean and takes in the wider diaspora. That's the vision.
Get in alignment with ReAlign. Get your tickets
right.
now. Be in the room, be present, and get in the know. All right. Thank you so very much. Many thanks to Garfield Daley for joining us this morning. That's ReAlign 2025. Be sure to get locked in, lock in your spot right now. Get your tickets, go register for tomorrow, right? After the break, he's a community leader, advocate, and he is fully bright. Stay tuned to hear this story right here on Sunrise.